What's going on, guys? Johnwicksnipin. Clearly this is a time that I don't usually do videos, but I kind of wanted to watch the market entirely today, and digest what some of the things that I have found, and there's some things that I want to talk to you guys about in this video. So starting right off, I was watching a ticker today because there's been a lot of action. Ticker symbol SBFM. It's a pharmaceutical company that I guess has done some trials with cancer cells, and it's been successful. Some mRNA type of technology. So I've been watching it throughout the week just to see how it rides out. So it's been ripping. Every day it's been ripping. Started somewhere at $2 and change. Actually, one of my supporters on my channel, commenter Dennis Cav Jr., he turned me on to it. He said, "Go take a look at it. I've made a few bucks on it." So I did. So I've been watching it, and it's been making money. It's been going up. It's gone up. I don't even know what, maybe 200% or something like that this whole week, because of the news that they had. So it started off 2 and change, then it got up somewhere to like 5 and change, then it had somewhere up to 9 and change, and then this morning in pre-market I'm looking at it and it actually rose up to like $12. So I'm like, holy shit, this thing is just running like crazy. Apparently there's a very low float on it. So I'm watching it, and it hit somewhere around $12. Then somewhere right before market open at 9:30, and then right at 9:30, some press release was sent out by Benzinga. They dropped an article saying, "Oh, they're doing a stock offering." And then you look at the news in my brokerage account in Fidelity, and it confirms some stock offering. So I start reading it, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's saying that it's been closed, that it was done back in March. So basically, the news that was reported was just old news, something that they had already done in completing a stock offering even before the run up. The offering was like for $2 and change, and that's been closed. So they just filed it saying that's it. The offering has been closed. This is how much money it was being sold at, so on and so forth. But Benzinga did the article basically saying, "Oh, they're offering stock or whatever." Hold on, because it's a little windy. So immediately upon opening, the stock drops more than half. So pre-market like $12, and it hits somewhere like 571 because of that article. And that is just another example of how this fucking game is so rigged, because all of those mainstream media platforms, they all are in cahoots with hedge funds. So anytime a hedge fund calls up and says, "Yo, put out a hit piece, get people to sell that fucking stock," listen, you and I may know that you don't listen to these Motley Fools and Benzinga and all these bullshit ass platforms, but there is a lot of people that don't know better. So the stock got chopped more than half. And then all of a sudden it got bought up because, hey, the hit piece is not just to make people sell, it's also to drop it far enough to be bought back up by the powers that be. So that was just another example of how you are rigged fully. You can't win. They own mainstream media, and even if you know better, there's so many people that don't know better, and it will affect your pocket even if you know better. Look, shorting the entire market is clearly, this is basically what I've investigated. Maybe some of you have already known this, maybe not, but basically it boils down to the stock market is just a playground for the hedge funds. They short everything, and if it doesn't work out for them, then they borrow unlimited amounts of shares until they bring that price back down. And that's why, that's why it's like you're never going to see those stupid crazy prices in the thousands and all that crazy shit that I'm thinking about when I got into YouTubing and reading these 50,000. I was like, I have to get on. Like, what are these fucking people talking about? 50,000, 100,000 hold. It can happen. It can't fucking happen. First of all, forget about even their powers. You can't get people in line unless you've got a really big channel. I would love to have a channel that has like at least 1 million people subbed, where I can say, guys, what do you think? What should we buy up? And let's just fucking hit it. Like, I really don't care about collusion at this point. I don't care about anything like that. I'm not scared of any agency, governmental agency, or anybody coming after me regarding the stock market, because once they're done with me, then I will turn it back on them and say, I've got some fucking questions for you now. The other thing, like, you know, you gotta, and I know a lot of people know this, but isn't it just so funny how, like, before a company, any company in the stock market does anything or announces anything, there's already a massive buy of their stock from somewhere before any of us ever know anything. Okay, I will give you my example back again from Kodak. It's the only example I can give you because it was the craziest thing I had ever been involved in, with halts and how the price was ripping up so fast, and how I couldn't control my greed, and I literally, I made a ton of money, but I lost half more of that money. But in that particular situation, nothing had been announced. Nothing. Trump hadn't even come out to his briefing to announce that he was giving Kodak $700 million. And the stock was already going up from like $4, $5, $6. It was already like $9, $10, $11. And you and I wouldn't have known or didn't know why it was going up. So the point is that the insider information is just another situation where you are not going to know, and by the time you buy it, it's too late and you become a bag holder. You have now taken the bag that they ran up, and it's nice and heavy, and now you're stuck forever with that stock. Moving on, a couple things I want to talk about regarding the meme stocks, and another reason why you can clearly see that, you know, the stock market is rigged. Doesn't anybody ever wonder why the fuck the meme stocks all move together? So when they drop them all. When they rip, they all rip. Now, today was a little different, but the majority of the time, when 1, 2, 3 meme stocks are red, across the board they're red. And if 1, 2, 3 are green, across the board they're green. And I think that's just ridiculous. That's impossible. That's impossible. Okay? Nobody buys all the meme stocks at once, and nobody sells all the meme stocks all at once. The other thing too is, like, how do they close the prices of these things so perfectly sometimes? $20 exactly? Like $10 exactly? No, that's not normal. That's a fabricated amount. And then lastly, before I close this video, what I want to talk about is, when did we grow this meme stock movement to so many stocks? Because I don't think that the strategy works when you've got 10, 15 meme stocks that everybody's saying, oh, this has got a short squeeze, they're cheating. You go to any board and it's the same spiel on every board. Oh, just hold, we're going to the moon. And this is not just AMC. This is not just GameStop. This is not just the ones that you know. Across the board, it's the same message in almost every stock, especially that has a heavy short position. So how is it that any of these stocks are going to go to the moon when we're spread all over? And I think that was just another tactic, because when we started this, it was GameStop. That was the stock that everybody focused and channeled all their money in and buying pressure in on. Then it moved to AMC. But quickly after the AMC mention, then it opened up the door to a whole bunch others. COS, Bed Bath & Beyond, Nokia, and then today we've got Sundial, then we moved to Mullen, and we've got Hycroft now, and BBIG, and it's like, it's not going to work being spread out across the board like that. That's why, like I'm saying, not only is there corruption, but we can't get in line anymore because we've got everybody putting out information, YouTubers, Twitter people, Reddit people, and so on and so forth, in all those platforms. And it's probably a great strategy by those that want to take our money. Spread them out. Tell them these are also going to have a short squeeze. These are also going to go to the moon. Hold with diamond hands. Apes are going to invest here, and they're going to take that money, and they're going to go into AMC. If we can't get in order and in line, like I said, this just ain't going to happen. It's going to be just take the next rip and get out, to be honest with you. But we'll see. you know, we'll see. I'm still evaluating everything. I'm definitely not selling anything. Um, but we got to see what happens again in the 30s. If you get fucked again in the 30s, at that point, I don't even think it's worth holding on anymore, because they're clearly telling you, like, you guys are not getting this money, so go fuck yourself. And at that point, we'll have to take action. We got to take action. Well, I would love to have like an account with like 1 million or 2 million subs to it, where we can just talk to each other. You guys see that I literally engage with everybody. Like, I don't ignore anybody, even people that are annoying as fuck. Um, but if we had a big, strong channel, we could easily target stocks and just buy them up and say, fuck it, let's buy it up somewhere, stocks that are under like $5, because obviously, you know, we're dealing with people that don't have that much money. I would love to do that, and I really don't care about being called out for collusion or anything like that, because hey, listen, that could be the action we need. We need to do something wrong so that we get called out, and then when we get called out, we say, okay, now that you're done with us, we got some answers for you. We got some questions for you. So that's the last thing I'm worried about, is any kind of enforcement agency on any level saying, hey, you can't do that. Man, fuck you. You can't do what the fuck you're doing. Okay? So I will take my punishment, but once I'm done with my punishment, the questions now are going to you to answer, because what you're fucking doing is wrong. So I wanted to leave you guys with that. Not sure if I'll pop up this weekend, but if I don't, have a great weekend, and get your energy, because you know, every week, like I tell you, it's just another bag of fuckery to deal with. Johnwicksnipin is out. Thanks for watching.